All right, for those starting out the year with a dry January, sobriety can be a year-round struggle.
That's right. We're joined with Ohio Guidestone's Assistant Director, Marvin Houston, to talk about those with alcohol use disorder and kind of how we can start this journey towards sobriety. We kind of talk about this time of year as a good time of year to reassess where you are with your alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, your consumption, even food. Why is January a nice time to maybe think about this?
I think January is a nice time to think about it, kind of coming off of the holidays. A lot of people are being more social and they indulge a lot with like family and friends and sometimes overindulge. And then it's the new year, right? So it's like the perfect time to kind of just like evaluate yourself, those goals, and then really look at how you want to set up the year for yourself. In January, dry January is a really good opportunity to really look at like your consumption, and it's a month commitment, right? Mm-hmm. So it's 31 days, and it's not saying that you're gonna commit for like the entire year. It's just 31 days, and you're able to take that 31 days one day at a time.
And there are ways to do this. We have a couple of tips actually we saw on you guys' website, so that's important to know. It's easy to go to your website and get a lot of good information. But when we start with this is right from you guys, and it's really perfect because start with support, right? We want to start with the support system. What does that mean?
So when you want to look at your support system, you want to look at like who's in that. Are they supportive of your goals? So for example, if your goal is to consume less alcohol, then you want to be around people who are going to support that goal. If it's to consume no alcohol, you want to be around people who are going to support that and be around people who you can be around without consuming the alcohol.
Makes sense. Okay, so let's put that back up again if we can, or this is actually showing that it's a walk-in clinic, so you don't necessarily need to have an appointment. Maybe explain how somebody can come in and get some help if they need it.
Yeah, so Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have a walk-in clinic for alcohol use. Individuals are able to just literally walk in, and during that time they'll receive a full assessment for mental health and substance use disorder, and then they'll receive a recommendation for treatment services. That may include like outpatient counseling. And then the good thing about the recommendations is that they're just that, they're recommendations. And so the individuals are really able to take a part of their treatment plan. It's really collaborative, and it's going to be things that they agree to and want to do.
Okay, can we put that graphic there again? Just real quick, do you want to go through the steps that you guys advise? We said a support system, but also explore healthy coping mechanisms. Talk a little bit about that when we're trying to make a change, even for a month. How do we explore those mechanisms?
So I believe in like remove and replace, right? And so if you are going to remove something out of your life, so if you're going to take the alcohol away, let's look at what you can replace that with. So if you're used to going out with friends and family and drinking, maybe go out with them and not drink. If you're used to spending like a lot of time drinking, what else are you going to do to occupy that time? You can take a walk. You can just spend time with friends and family. A lot of times you can just kind of catch up on some of those things that you've not been able to do or been putting off.
I thought the third one is a good one, celebrating small victories. Now, what is a small victory? And some people think celebration, they're going to go grab a beer or a drink. How do you celebrate?
Yeah, so you want to celebrate those small wins like we talked about earlier, just one day at a time. So even if you make it one day, that's something to really, really celebrate. It can be just kind of like talking to friends and family. You can celebrate by yourself like, hey, I got through the day, I really did that. It doesn't have to be anything big. And then also like you kind of learn new habits. You learn that you don't have to consume alcohol or any type of substance to celebrate. There are ways to celebrate without that.
I love that. And it's very, I like the small victories too. You can also, when you're talking about like just replacing, you can have beautiful water. You can have that beautiful glass. You can have the umbrella. You can have things that make it a special moment. It just doesn't have the alcohol in it.
Yes. And
give yourself that nice little, and sometimes it's just that you want that time to sit down.
All right, and nice. The final one is seek professional guidance. That would be from someone like you and your colleagues. What is the best way to get in touch and seek you out?
So you can check us out on our website at OhioGuidestone.org. There's a request for services. If you fill that out, then someone will reach out to you. You can also utilize the walk-in clinic that we talked about earlier, Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then you can call us as well at our Toledo location, Adams Street, 419-720-9247.
You got that right in your head there, too.
Fantastic.
Some people are like, oh, I forget our phone number on TV. Not you. You got
I forget
it.
my phone number on a daily basis. Right. Just press the button. All right, Marvin, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the work that you do. Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right, coming up, we're seeing what life in Alexa